Academic excellence recognition goes to students who receive 4 or more departmental citations. This year, the boys' school has 2 students receiving this recognition. The first is Evan Buss, and these are the citations from the departments giving him a department award. From Miss Fuller for accelerated algebra. Early in the year, it quickly became evident that Evan's returns were more reliable than my own answer keys. It was not until I too returned in person that I realized just how integral a part Evan played in the learning of his peers. He patiently explained, often corrected, and always challenged those around him to master the material. This award is presented with gratitude for the high bar Evan set and repeatedly surpassed throughout the year. From Mr. Youngie for English. Evan has personified excellence. No matter how big or small the task, he took the time to first understand it and then dominate it. He has positively and proactively engaged in every aspect of sophomore English, and he has done so with a friendly smile on his face. He's not just a hard worker, though. He also has an impressive natural aptitude for academics, and those 2 aspects work together to create an exceptional student. Thank you, Evan, for everything that you've done this year. And from Mr. Keith for biology. Like the great white shark, Evan was an intimidating predator of all biology assignments. It often seemed like he could sense the correct answer using some special power, but it was mostly due to his diligent work both individually and in groups with his classmates. Congratulations, Evan. And lastly, from Mr. Odner for European history. In what has been a very chaotic year, Evan was a pillar of consistency. His day-to-day coursework, his participation in class, and his larger assignments were at a high level without exception. More than anything else, however, I appreciated his quiet focus and interest in the subject matter. Congratulations, Evan Buss. Our second student receiving academic excellence recognition is Levi McFall. From Mr. Glenn for honors pre-cal. Navigating virtual schooling, joining class virtually when school shifted to in-person, and then returning to the classroom, none of these seemed to faze Levi. No matter the circumstances, his work was always of the highest quality. I knew Levi was very clever, but this year I also got to see how resilient and adaptable he is. I consider myself lucky to have had the chance to teach a student that puts so much thought and care into his work. And from Mr. Klippenstein for U.S. history, honors. Throughout this challenging year, while shifting between virtual and in-person, I could always count on Levi submitting top quality work. His grasp of historical concepts was second to none, and even in the most trivial of questions, I could be sure that Levi would be giving thoughtful and thorough responses. His formal essay writing ranks among the top students I have ever taught, and his willingness to participate, even virtually, was admirable. He is a budding true scholar. I look forward to seeing where his academic pursuits take him. And from Mr. Halterman for religion. For his consistently superior work in all facets of the junior religion course, Levi demonstrated an outstanding depth of understanding of New Church theology and a thoroughness of clarity of expression in communicating it in both the classroom and while he was in remote learning. And lastly, from Mrs. Odner for honors chemistry. For his careful, thorough, and consistently excellent work throughout the year in honors chemistry. Congratulations, Levi.
The Girls' School awards Academic Excellence Awards to students who achieve 4 or more departmental awards. This year, the Girls' School is awarding 2 Academic Excellence Awards. The first Academic Excellence Award is going to Meg Matsukawa, and I will be reading the citation from her 4 departmental awards. The first is Accelerated Algebra from Ms. Fuller. In a year of unpredictability, Meg's commitment to excellence was unwavering. She collaborated cheerfully to help her peers. Her questions were insightful, her engagement consistent, and her attitude kind and positive. Her humor and commitment to doing the work well and early made her a joy to have in the class. This award is presented with appreciation for all of her hard work. For Medieval European History, from Ms. Walker. Throughout the year, Meg's performance has surpassed the expected. Her writing evinces an almost lyrical quality, rivaling the style of the authors she was tasked with analyzing. With eyes wide open to the anonymity of countless historical figures, I am confident that scholars like Meg will bring them into full view in the future. English 2, from Mrs. Cooper. True to this class's competitive nature, her classmates have declared that this award winner should be banned from review games as she consistently conquers each competition, claiming first place with quiet aplomb. Embracing the power of language, she skillfully weaves imagery and reason, delicate metaphors binding strength and beauty into the tapestry of her writing. Exemplary work all year. Congratulations, Meg Matsukawa. And the final award in Spanish 2, from Professora Welkley. Professora Welkley is recognizing Meg Matsukawa for her excellent work in Spanish 2. Despite the fact that it had been over a year since taking Spanish, Meg fit right in with the other students and quickly found her way to the top of the class. Spending the summer watching telenovelas definitely helped her language skills. Felicitaciones, Meg. The second Academic Excellence Award goes to Meg's sister, Hana Matsukawa. I will be reading 5 citations for Hana, and the first is from Fine Arts. It has been such a joy to work with Hana as she has grown as an artist in so many disciplines over the last 4 years. Her thoughtful design and excellent craftsmanship in stained glass and sculpture, her remarkable musicianship and willingness to contribute to any vocal line that needed her in choral music, her leadership during many hours of musical rehearsals and performances, and her time and energy as dance team captain. While her growth on stage, culminating in Marmee, was remarkable, so too was her sweet presence and positive attitude in everything she worked on. Best of luck next year. You will be missed. Honors English, from Mrs. Williams. Hana earned every inch of this award. She set the tone in the classroom with a masked smile and smiling eyes, drawing us all in the wake of her quiet enthusiasm for everything English. From her impassioned spoken word poem titled Like Other Girls, to her powerfully delicate Pride and Prejudice critical review, Hana elevates, deepens, and stretches every expectation in the best possible way. I will miss our mask break literary conversations. Honors Calculus, from Mr. Boyce. In a year of challenge and frustration, Hannah did more than manage. She exercised a kind of discipline and perseverance which set her apart. Her work was always thorough and her questions on point. This award is presented with gratitude for her pursuit of excellence. Religion 4 from Mr. Halterman and Mrs. Brintason. Hannah is quite simply brilliant. She combines searing insight with a curious and passionate search for truth. With her writing skills, she could rattle off any religion assignment more than competently, but she always goes the extra mile and digs into research. She has an unquenchable love of learning, intellectual curiosity, and humility. What a powerful combination. She understands and cares deeply about the material we cover in class. And yet, her contributions are measured, with no attempt to convince or overpower others. And she is kind, nurturing, and generous to boot. Congratulations, Hannah, on this thoroughly deserved award. And the last award is Honors Civics and Economics from Mr. Klippenstein. I suppose I could just say Hannah is one of the best students I've ever taught. The end. Well, let me elaborate a bit. Every assignment for Hannah deserves maximum effort and thought. If a job is to be done, it must be done well, really well. Yes, she is a brilliant student with a rare knowledge set for a high school student, but her lofty standards for herself push her to exercise those skills into the stratosphere.
Welcome to the ANC Department Awards for Physical Education. Our first award winners are from the girls' school. Please congratulate our first award winner, Freya King. Freya always gives her dedicated best to the activity before her. She cheerfully took on the challenge of playing racket sports in pods, kindly drawing in others. She somehow manages ferocious competitiveness in badminton while spreading a charitable and sweet sphere around her. She was a wonderful role model in self-defense where we all benefited from her calm and gentle reasoning. She is simply a joy to teach. And our second award winner, Sophia Boyesen. Sophia excelled in both virtual and in-person yoga. In the virtual space, she demonstrated knowledge of the subject matter and diligently completed all work on or ahead of time. In the classroom, her participation was positive and thoughtful, and she was always willing to contribute, even when other students were hesitant. Her pleasant demeanor and obvious attention to detail were helpful to those around her and extended to her engagement in Zumba, which, her teacher notes, she decided to take again, in spite of all the good-natured teasing she endured at the hands of certain Spanish students during her sophomore year. And our third award winner, Angelise Wall. Angelise's positive attitude and leadership skills were a theme throughout PE this year. In badminton, she was an ongoing support and coach to younger students. She participated in online self-defense with thoughtful and kind inclusiveness. In Zumba, she was a cheerful and enthusiastic dancer. She is an asset to every class she graces. And Maya Ernest Hunsicker. COVID-19 brought unique challenges to students and teachers alike, but one of the biggest was engaging in curriculum, which, by its very nature, was designed to be in person. digital Zumba? Maya's response, absolutely. Going well above and beyond what was required, Maya has been a role model for virtual and in-person students alike. Congratulations to the boys Phys Ed winners for 2021. Linus Orthwine. In PE, success is achieved when students leave their egos behind and show up ready to learn, ready to work together, and ready to have fun. Without exception, Linus achieved this success throughout the fall, winter, and spring terms. His attention to detail and willingness to be coached empowered him to improve the quality of his movement in all of our fitness units. Additionally, his attitude and sportsmanship contributed to an environment conducive to learning and enjoying new games all year long. And our second award winner, Marcus Brintason. As we talk about this award winner, you might be suspicious of some nepotism going on behind the scenes, but let me assure you, his success in PE this year was earned. It can be intimidating for freshmen to show up to a PE class filled with upperclassmen, but Marcus confidently rose to the occasion. While Marcus experienced success in each of the games he participated in, including both of the games being taught in the spring term as he double dips PE classes, he always practiced good sportsmanship and prioritized being a good classmate. And our third award winner is Amal Lewis. In a crazy year of being on campus then off campus, Amal was a welcomed addition to the Phys Ed roster for 2 of the 3 terms. He was a joy to have in class. Positive, inspiring, hardworking, simply just awesome. He was like an assistant as he helped to keep order, lead groups and drills, and inspire others who needed it. Well done, and thank you. And our fourth award winner, Alexander Stein. Alexander was in all 3 terms of PE, and I was lucky enough to be able to teach him in all 3. Positive, top-notch attitude and hardworking, Ali was pure fun and a pleasure to teach. In our volleyball unit, he somehow managed to grow to 10 feet and spike the ball on top of an opponent. It was totally unfair, but was justified by his good nature. His love to play volleyball and put heart and soul into the other games and fitnesses units as well. Well done, and thank you.
Saludos, salud, and salve from the World Language Department. I am Professora Cooper Welkley, and I have the pleasure of announcing our academic award winners. Our first, Alfreda Barger, is being recognized by Ms. Boyesen for her work in Latin 1. Ms. Boyesen says, Alfreda was an amazing virtual student. She was seemingly unfazed by the additional burdens of online learning. Her work was excellent. After returning to the classroom spring term, she remained a top student. She mastered grammar, excelled in translating, and quietly nudged her teacher to stay on topic. Congratulations, Alfreda. Next, Praeceptor Cole is recognizing Cole Brown for his work in Latin 1. He says, Cole's desire to understand and achieve, combined with his competitive nature, lit a fire under this section. The result was a group of highly motivated Latin 1 scholars competing to participate, to ask questions, and to get ahead of lessons with Cole's breakneck pace as the speed to beat. Congratulations, Cole. Maisie Braun is being recognized for her work in Latin 2. Praeceptor Cole says, Maisie quietly excelled during every unit of Latin 2. When a question about grammar stumped the rest of the class, I would often hear her cautiously offer the correct answer under her peers' louder speculations. Despite her facility with the language, Maisie was diligent in pushing herself to a deeper understanding and mastery of the material. Congratulations, Maisie. Mr. Cole is also recognizing Kat Stein. He says, Kat is a perceptive Latin 2 scholar. When we encountered some new or more complex grammar, Kat would often spot and analyze it before the text pointed it out or explained it. Her energy and enthusiasm helped to keep her peers engaged, and she naturally took on leadership roles in group activities. Congratulations, Kat. Professora Walker is recognizing Paige Swarzinski for her work in Spanish 1. Paige, affectionately deemed Pagina by some of her classmates, has submitted near-perfect work on almost every kind of assessment imaginable, which is no small feat in a cumulative class. But by far her most impressive sign of commitment to the language is her 16,000 points and counting on Duolingo. Leaving her peers in the dust, it will not surprise her teacher at all to hear when she has finished every level of the digital program. Felicidades. I am recognizing Anya Durand for her work in Spanish too. It was a disappointment to most when we started the year virtually, but Anya manages to put the same high energy and enthusiasm into her schoolwork whether we are in person or virtual. Each Monday, she would email me with all the mistakes I had made on that week's virtual work, allowing me to correct them before the rest of the students had even started. When we returned to the classroom, Anya continued to be a positive and engaged student. Enhorabuena, Anya. Meg Matsukawa is also receiving an award in Spanish too, which was presented by Mrs. Shadegg as part of an Academic Excellence Award. Madame Connolly is recognizing Maya Ernest Hunziker for her work in French too. Chou Cherie, or Maya to those not in French, is a kind, thoughtful, and earnest student. She jumps in to give an answer or further a discussion. She takes time to reflect attentively on her own learning path, and she communicates whenever she has a question or problem. Even more impressive is that she's maintained this consistently high level of engagement and enthusiasm, all while on Zoom. The outstanding work she produces is a testament to how much she invests in her learning. Merci y felicitación, Maya. Gracias, merci y gracias vobis from the World Language Department.
My name is Corey Boyce. I'm the chairman of the Mathematics Department, and I'm here to present the awards for that department. The first award goes to Helani Wall from Mrs. Kunkel. When it comes to accelerated geometry, Helani is like a cone. She is both well-rounded and on point. Her problem-solving skills encircle a strong central work ethic, and this provides her with a solid base for mathematical success. Helani climbed up the slant height all the way to the apex of excellence, achieving perfect scores on some of her chapter tests. She also works well with her peers and is always cheerful and respectful. This inner sweetness makes Helani just like a cone, of the ice cream variety, that is. The next award is presented to Gareth Mergen, also from Mrs. Kunkel. When it comes to accelerated geometry, Gareth is like a regular hexagon. He is completely reliable. He can always be counted on to have an answer, no matter the question. Perhaps the most well-known example of hexagons in nature is honeycomb. And Gareth is certainly as diligent as a honeybee. His work is always structurally sound and showcases a repeating pattern of excellence. It should be no surprise that Gareth is like the six-sided shape, because as we all should know, hexagons are the bestagons. The next award is presented to Meg Matsukawa, who received an Academic Excellence Award, so you've already heard her citation. The following award is to Evan Buss, who likewise received an Academic Excellence Award. The next award is presented to Deirdre Bongers from Mr. Glenn. Despite the extra challenges this year presented, Deirdre excelled in every aspect of pre-calculus. Beyond demonstrating a true talent for creative and analytical problem solving, she also deserves recognition for her constant positive engagement with the class and the material. The whole class benefited from her being there. The next award is presented to Levi McFall, who received an Academic Excellence Award, and then likewise Hannah Matsukawa, who received an Academic Excellence Award. The final award is presented to Simon Wong from myself. Simon excelled, plain and simple. What is remarkable is that he was at the top of his class despite being 12 time zones and half a world away. This is a testament to both his grasp of mathematics and his thorough, conscientious nature. This award is presented with gratitude for his pursuit of excellence.
Hello, my name is Keith Gruber. I am the chair of the Visual Arts Department at ANC. The departmental awards for art are awarded to deserving seniors in recognition of their cumulative contributions and success during their career at ANC. Our first departmental award winner is Lucy Baltz. Lucy is a thoughtful, curious, and dedicated artist. In her time at ANC, she has been a determined and skilled worker, producing a collection of beautiful artworks in each of her electives. During her 2 years in visual arts portfolio, Lucy grew tremendously as an artist, stretching her creativity and refining her techniques in drawing, painting, and digital art to develop a poignant body of work. Congratulations. Our next winner is Sophia Boyesen. Sophia is remarkably capable in whatever medium she is working. In terms of both technique and expression, Sophia can be counted on to come up with brilliant ideas and generate phenomenal, professional quality artwork. She routinely makes insightful contributions to discussions, and her unwavering positive attitude and relentless desire to learn and improve makes her an absolute joy to work with. Thank you. Our next winner is Julie Dahm. Julie is a wonderfully creative individual with an abundance of original ideas and the courage to express herself. She is intrinsically motivated and has worked tirelessly in her art electives and a visual art portfolio to create powerful visual artworks. Julie has also been an active participant in the instrumental ensemble, where her solid musical skills on clarinet combined with her creativity and thoughtfulness made her a valuable member of the group. And on the dance team, Julie has been a welcome presence, bringing dedication and a willingness to put herself out there with both grace and strength. Congratulations. Our next winner is Thea Keel. Thea has a sensitive eye, a careful hand, and a strong sense of design. She worked meticulously to produce exquisitely well-crafted and beautifully composed artworks in all of her electives and in 2 years of visual arts portfolio. She was a frequent contributor to choral ensemble, and as a member of the dance team, she has grown to be a strong and beautifully expressive performer, as well as a fun and welcoming presence in the studio. Congratulations. Our next winner is Carowyn Mergen. Carowyn has an eye for design and beauty. She is an eager learner and a dedicated artist who brings a high level of focus and integrity to her work. A fabulous printmaker, photographer, and digital artist, Carowyn developed excellent work in all her electives and visual art portfolio. Carowyn has been a real leader, working cheerfully and tirelessly behind the scenes as the student producer for the past 2 years, and generously helping her peers and making contributions in all her art classes. Congratulations.
Hi, I'm Chris Welkley. I'm the head of the Performing Arts Department here at ANC, and I'll iterate quickly what Mr. Gruber has already stated, that these awards for the arts are a compilation of work that the students have accomplished over the last 4 years. He has given 5 of the awards, and I will be presenting 3 of the citations. The first is James Gay. James has shared his remarkable creativity, talent, and passion with so many of our performing arts programs over the last 4 years. It's hard to overstate the impact he's had on the arts here at ANC. From the dance studio to the choral room to the stage, we've all benefited enormously, not just from his talent, but his kindness, his empathy, and his willingness to help wherever needed. He exceeded our expectations time and time again when it came to performance and performing arts portfolio, and has progressed over his 4 years at ANC to become one of the most precise and technically advanced dancers while leading as a thoughtful and helpful dance team captain. We are all very excited to see what the next 4 years will bring to this remarkable performer. My second citation is for Hana Matsukawa, and that has already been read. Our third for the performing arts is Beckett Sullivan. His passion for theater, music, and dance is inspiring. He brings enthusiasm, joy, and interest to everything he does in every performing arts space. He has been an excellent student in performing arts portfolio, always striving to improve and hone his theatrical skills. Beckett has graced so many of our programs in so many performances. It is difficult to imagine choral music and dance team without him. Thank you for all the dedication and hard work you have given to the performing arts here at ANC over the last 4 years. The Emily K. Osplund Grant is established by the Academy of the New Church High School, class of 1950, in memory of Emily K. Osplund, who for many years used her considerable musical and theatrical talents to inspire, coach, and lead students of the Academy's secondary schools in various musical productions. This annual monetary grant is awarded to a student who shows particular interest and ability in the performing arts. It is through this annual gift and the assistance that it provides that Emily Osplund's influence will be felt for many generations to come. And the winner of the 2021 award is Meg Matsukawa. Congratulations.
I am Bonnie Hodgel, Chair of the English Department. The following students are receiving awards for excellence in English. For the freshman class, Tyler Ludwig. Little Ludwig is a powerhouse of discipline. While I may not exactly be referring to that 4th or is it 5th degree black belt of hers, I rather suspect she employs a similar ninja-like focus to her studying of literature. Out of a group of serious contenders, Tyler consistently and with passion has gone about the business of expanding both her mind and her understanding of the human condition. Congratulations, Tyler. Gareth Mergen, this is from Mr. Kistner. Even from our uncertain footing on Google Meet, Gareth strove to make his voice heard. He engaged voraciously and with frequency, emerging from the virtual ashes like the mighty phoenix. Once in the classroom, Gareth continued to flourish and let his precocious humor and wit shine through. He verbally sparred with his teacher on a regular basis, leaving an arena of words in his wake and knowledge as the victor. For all this, his teacher thanks him. For sophomore girls, from Mrs. Cooper, Meg Matsukawa. She is a recipient of an Academic Excellence Award. And for the boys, from Mr. Youngie, Evan Buss is also an Academic Excellence recipient. For junior girls, from myself, Emma Brinteson. A true conscientious academic, Emma has reasoned to the heart of every literary work that we have studied. Her keen insight and intellectual prowess is perhaps only outdistanced by her desire to understand more fully her fellow human beings. And it is particularly gratifying to note that one day this conscience-driven young woman will take what she is learning and share it with the world. Congratulations, Emma. For junior boys, from Mr. Kistner, Perry Rhodes. I may have received more queries, emails, and follow-ups from Perry than the rest of his classmates combined. This is not because Perry didn't pay attention. He is about as far from not paying attention as a simile is from an antonym. No, it is because he pores over the content, scrutinizes the details, and sifts through the minutia. Why? Because Perry wants to make sure that he has done it the right way. It is for this Holmesian level of observation that his teacher thanks him. And then for the senior girls, from Miss Mary, Hana Matsukawa is also an Academic Excellence awardee. For the senior boys, from Mr. Reuter, Ethan Lewin. This year's senior class had some serious literary bodybuilders. They could read well, they could speak with eloquence, they could write with style. Any one of them could have received this award, and his classmates would have thought, yeah, that guy deserved it, because those same students are also genuinely kind, thoughtful, and supportive dudes. Ethan deserves the award for many reasons, but his willingness to rewrite assignments is what turned the needle. He did not fear taking risks in his writing and never winced when the feedback stung. He just tried again until he felt he got it right. Thank you, Ethan, for showing that great writing is all about rewriting.
Hello, my name is Dave Keith, and it is my privilege to present the Science Department Awards. First, in Introductory Physical Science, Mr. Edwin Glenn is presenting Cole Brown the award. He says, "Science seems to come naturally to this student. While he could probably skate by an IPS with very little thought or effort, he chooses to engage. He's usually thinking at least one step ahead and is always asking insightful questions. This student has been a real asset in the classroom, and I'm excited to see where he goes from here." Also in Introductory Physical Science, Molly Cronlund is presenting the Freshman Girls Science Award to Aurelia Sullivan. Anyone who has ever studied Introduction to Physical Science knows that we spend a lot of time studying the elements of the periodic table. And one element in particular, tungsten, comes to mind when thinking of this wonderful student. She is the rare element indeed who demonstrates remarkable academic and social robustness in so many of our class discussions. It takes a lot of chaotic and random energy to melt her solid and steady composure, and her ability to be flexible and incredibly supportive has been an invaluable characteristic in our class. It is my honor and privilege to acknowledge Aurelia Sullivan as this year's IPS Science Department Award winner. And in biology, I awarded the Sophomore Boy Award to Evan Buss, and that was presented by Mr. Irwin as part of an Academic Excellence Award. Also in biology, Megan Smith is awarding Kat Stein the Sophomore Girl Science Award. Thank you, Kat, for sharing your kind, wise, inquisitive nature and thoughtful curiosity related to the world of science each and every biology class. Your contributions enriched our learning environment, and your positive attitude helped us all make it through the last period of our day with a smile and a little more energy to engage. The Junior Boy Science Award is given by Martha Odner in Honors Chemistry to Levi McFall. Mr. Irwin presented that as part of the Academic Excellence Awards. The Junior Girl Science Award is being given in Honors Chemistry by Martha Odner to Deirdre Bongers. For her killer combination of natural ability and drive for understanding in honors chemistry. Congratulations, Deirdre. The Senior Boy Science Award is being presented by me for physics to Rafe Williams, and also for human anatomy. Rafe's meticulous attention to the small details in both human anatomy and physics allowed him to overcome the inertia of being a senior and excel academically during a very unconventional year of schooling. Congratulations, Rafe. And the Senior Girl Science Award is being presented in human anatomy by Martha Odner to Rachel Cole. For her excellent work, curiosity, and attention to detail throughout the year in human anatomy and physiology. Congratulations, Rachel.
Hello, my name is Ty Klippenstein, and I am the head of the history department, and these are our departmental awards. Starting with freshmen, from Mrs. Klipp for ancient history, goes to Aurelia Sullivan. She writes, "My first impression of Aurelia was that she was a quiet, timid student who would regurgitate everything I said in class. I could not have been more wrong. Aurelia is opinionated and definitely not afraid to share her opinions. She did well on her tests and quizzes, but her best work were always her papers. She didn't just repeat information. She thought about it, formed her own opinion, and then wrote a thorough response presenting an idea that few students would even think of. Aurelia sat as far away from me as you can possibly get in my classroom, And I was right about one thing initially. Her voice is quiet. So quiet that a conversation between the two of us inevitably needed a third person to translate what we were trying to say to each other. But I get you, Aurelia, sitting in the back of the classroom, muttering witty remarks under your breath. Same, girl. Same. And for the freshman boys, Mr. Glenn writes for Cole Brown that Cole is an unusual history student. I often like to make outrageous claims to get the students to challenge me. In the case of Cole, all I had to do was write the title of the class on the board, and he was already ready to disagree. He's very clever, quite thoughtful, and above all, curious. He was a delight to teach and made a very difficult year a lot more fun. And both sophomore awards for medieval European history have already been noted for getting our academic excellence awards. For U.S. history, the boys' student Levi McFall has also been recognized. For the girls' school, from Mrs. Knight, it goes to Deidre Bongers. Kendra writes, good historical thinking requires being able to acknowledge the limits of one's own lens or perspective of the world and work to decloud that view as much as possible. The process can be frustrating and tedious, especially when it demands constant humility. It can also be invigorating as we learn new information about seemingly exhausted topics. Deidre has honed these skills with impressive consistency, never taking an answer at face value. She constantly looked deeper, wanting to fully understand every aspect of the material. Then she took a step even more rare, applying this historical information she'd learned to life and the world around her. I predict she will do fantastic work with these skills in the future. Her civics and economics teacher, me, notes as well that there are few students that I have taught that have sought so much to be an informed citizen and to harness that knowledge in the quest to become wise. And finally, for the seniors, Hana Matsukawa has already been recognized, and that leaves our final award for Julie Dom. Her teacher, me, writes, Julie's relentless inquisitiveness and willingness to engage with the material made the class much more enjoyable to teach. Armed with data and a desire to learn, she moved discussions beyond their ordinary bounds, for which the entire class benefited. Even when virtual, she made an exceptional effort to engage. She also happens to be an excellent writer, yet another avenue for her to show that she truly cares about what is being taught. Oh, and since I have the convenient last word, I was always right when we disagreed.
Hello, I'm Barry Halterman. I'm the Chaplain and Religion Department head here at ANC, and I get the pleasure of presenting the Religion Department Awards for 2021. And we're going to start with our freshman girl. And the Freshman Girls Award goes to Ariel Martz. And this goes to Ariel for her academic excellence and enthusiastic and thoughtful participation in freshman religion. She asks insightful questions, contributed unique ideas to class discussions and activities, and demonstrated a positive attitude throughout the course. Her engagement in the class enriched the classroom experience. Congratulations, Ariel. The Freshman Boys Religion Award goes to Gareth Mergen. And this is to Gareth for his exemplary participation, his careful consideration of the material, his creative approach to textual critique, and his attention to detail in the work on the fourth gospel. Congratulations from Mr. Barber and for all of us here at the Religion Department. The Sophomore Girls Religion Award goes to Sarah Hughes. This award is to Sarah for her depth of thought, the seriousness with which she approached her reflections, the thoroughness of her work, and her insightful compositions. Congratulations from Mr. Barber and for all of us here at the Religion Department. Our Sophomore Boys Award goes to Alameen Ajibade. And this is to Alameen for his positive influence in the classroom and consistent academic work. In addition to achieving high marks, Alameen offered thoughtful questions and answers during class time. His willingness to engage with the subject matter and his overall attitude made Alameen a good role model and a wonderful addition to this year's class. Mr. Genslinger and us here at the Religion Department congratulate you, Alameen. The Junior Girls Religion Award goes to Emma Brinteson. This is to Emma for her meaningful engagement with the course material, her attentive application of abstract content to natural life, and for academic excellence. This award is from Mr. Barber and for all of us here at the Religion Department. Congratulations, Emma. Our junior boy religion winner is Levi McFall, who you heard about earlier. Congratulations, Levi. Thank you for the excellent year. Our senior girl is Hana Matsukawa. And again, you heard about her earlier in the presentation, but from Mrs. Brinteson and I, we want to congratulate and thank you, Hana, for a great year. Our final award goes to our senior boy, and this award is to James Gay. This is to James for his thoroughness of writing, his judicious commitment to citizenship and a learning community, his integrity, for going above and beyond in his returns, and for being a compassionate compatriot in the class. This award is from Mr. Barber and all of us here at the Religion Department. We congratulate you, James, and thank you for 4 years here.
The 2021 Leadership Awards go to Lainey Sinistvet and to Jocelyn Roscoe. Lainey Sinistvet. Lainey has been a hardworking and effective senior class president. She was a quiet and positive leader, cheerful, involved, and kind. She has worked diligently to bring cohesiveness to her class during this fractured year. Good work, Lainey. Jocelyn Roscoe. Jocelyn has done what has been asked of her as Factoris president. She worked hard to build an inclusive attitude in meetings. She continued the initiative of selling domestic violence bracelets. She has tons of passion for helping those who are suffering. Good work, Jocelyn.
The boys' school would like to recognize 2 boys for their leadership: Ethan Lewin, student council president, and Rafe Williams, senior class president. Leadership is hard. Leadership of your peers is harder still. Leadership of your peers when you and your peers are high school students is very difficult. Leadership of your peers when you and your peers are high school students and there's a global pandemic is nearly impossible. Ethan Lewin and Rafe Williams went above and beyond. Ethan Lewin and Rafe Williams did very, very well in the face of tremendous challenge, and for that, the boys' school faculty recognizes them.
The girls' school faculty is awarding 5 faculty commendations. The first faculty commendation goes to Hana Matsukawa. Hana has exhibited academic excellence, involvement in the life of the school, grace in the classroom, maturity, integrity, and leadership. She has been a charitable influence on Factoris in the school and in the arts this year. Hana is always looking to the good. She is the total package. But, as one of her teachers said, her kindness and thoughtfulness actually outshine her impressive academic abilities. Our school has greatly benefited from her presence here. Thank you for making a difference, Hana. Rachel Cole. Rachel's leadership in Delta Mu this year has been impressive, all the more so given all of the difficulties of COVID. She was one of the best sophomore class presidents we have had in a long time, providing an innovative and entertaining Charter Day dance. She is an excellent contributor on Factoris. She is top of the class academically. Rachel is always looking to the good and trying to support others. She is kind and charitable to students and staff alike. One of her teachers said, "Rachel is without a doubt one of the kindest people I know. She tends to fly under the radar because she is quiet, but she is a gem. Thank you for making a difference, Rachel. Carowyn Mergen. Carowyn is funny, inclusive, caring, kind, thoughtful, hardworking, diligent, and helpful. She has stepped up time and again in a difficult year and shown maturity and leadership. She spreads charity, grace, and warmth to all, both in and out of the classroom. Carowyn was a solid and consistent leader among her peers with her wonderful ideas to build community, such as the Dress Up Fridays. She was an excellent student producer for the play and the musical. One of her teachers said, "Carowyn absolutely exudes positivity from her every pore." Thank you for making a difference, Carowyn. Anae Conley. Anae has been an outstanding yearbook editor. It has been a very challenging year for getting this book done, but Anae has been on it. Ms. Walker suggests tasks to her at one meeting, and the next meeting, it's done. Even when she was quarantined, she was still actively working on the book from home. One of her teachers said, "Anae has always been a smart, kind, and passionate young lady whose leadership and friendship to all of her classmates has been an absolute blessing to witness." Probably most telling of all is that her peers respect her. Thank you for making a difference, Anae. Freya King. Freya consistently looks for how she can help others and then quietly does it. She leads by example. She manages to be friendly to everyone and keep herself above any drama that may be taking place. Freya exhibits true intellectual curiosity. She is a deep thinker, unflaggingly cheerful, always helpful, and super sweet and kind. One of her teachers said of her, "Freya cares deeply about the religion and practices it daily in the classroom." Thank you for making a difference, Freya.
The Boys School faculty is awarding 12 faculty commendations. Zach Brenfleck. Zach made his presence known at ANC immediately with his boundless energy and intellectual curiosity. While a large part of his identity is through sports, he was also a regular contributor in the classroom and an ever-present part of the school community. He has shown courage and determination in athletics, not to mention leadership and humility. His ability to subordinate his own desires for the good of the team was also demonstrated in his final season on the football field. In short, Zach has left his mark here at ANC. Thank you for making a difference. Julian Buss. In No Country for Old Men, author Cormac McCarthy writes, "It takes very little to govern good people, very little." During his time at ANC, Julian has required no governance. At the same time, he has added tremendous value to the school, cheerfully and efficiently engaging in a wide variety of our academic and extracurricular offerings. Julian has added much and taken nothing off the table, and in the process has made this institution better for his presence. Thank you for making a difference. Trajan Frazier. The faculty of the Boys School would like to recognize Trajan for his commitment to citizenship at the Academy of the New Church. Trajan's steady, reliable, and principled presence has been an example for his classmates and has raised the bar for academicians. Trajan, we thank you for all that you have given to our institution during your years with us. We wish you the very best as you carry your hardworking spirit of service into your future endeavors. Thank you for making a difference. James Gay. While James' love of the theater is apparent, he is not one to seek out the limelight. He believes in the power of the ensemble, that the whole is far more important than any one individual. He dazzles the crowd with a winning smile, confidently high-kicking his way through high school's many stumbling blocks. Behind his infectious grin burns a sincere and even brighter heart. He preaches and practices the power of empathy every day, making ANC a little kinder and a little more inclusive. Thank you for making a difference. Logan Heiler. While people are well aware that all that glitters is not gold, Logan's quiet diligence drew our attention to all that is gold does not glitter. He was a humble workhorse in the classroom, silently slaying the toughest assignments with serene ease. Similarly, he has deftly moved behind the scenes, helping shine a light on others through his efforts to complete the yearbook, much of this while being remote. Thank you for making a difference. Jackson Irwin. A quiet leader who puts others first, Jackson was a model of service and reliability to the school. Through his contributions to athletics, performing arts crew, student government, as well as chapel tech to behind-the-scenes club activity, Jackson helped make things run smoothly. He did these things with others in mind and a desire to help make ANC a better place. The boys' school faculty thank Jackson for these contributions and recognize him for his positive support to the mission of the school. Thank you for making a difference. Ethan Lewin. The boys' school faculty would like to thank Ethan for being a model of cheerful hard work for his classmates and for the rest of the school. Whether in academics or extracurriculars, Ethan makes doing the right thing look cool. But beyond his consistent willingness to step up, Ethan also seems to genuinely have fun while doing so. Thank you for making a difference. Amal Lewis. The boys' school would like to thank Amal for his cheerful endeavor to be of service to others, both in and outside our community. Amal takes setbacks in stride and focuses on doing the right thing. As he put in his senior project mission statement, he seeks to demonstrate that anything you want in life comes from hard work. In doing so, he sets an example. Thank you for making a difference. Patrick McManus. In his 4 years as a member of the Academy family, Patrick has distinguished himself by his steadfast commitment to academic excellence, kind and considerate citizenship, and exemplary sportsmanship. The faculty of the boys' school is honored to recognize him for his passion for hard work and his willingness to serve others with integrity, from the sports field where he gives his all and then some, to the classrooms where the standards to which he holds himself are a model for others. Thank you, Pat, for making our academy a better place for your presence and your lived example. Thank you for making a difference. Jake Peppelman. In the classroom or on the football field, at Sigma events or social events, Jake can always be counted on to bring the energy. Teachers and coaches have watched Jake learn how to direct his considerable passion and influence to brighten whatever environment he may join. Thank you for making a difference. Alexander Stein. Alex has epitomized upperclassmen. He has modeled what it means to be a good student and to participate in the life of the school, all with a frank sincerity and friendliness that underclassmen can truly look up to. The boys' school faculty would like to thank him for his quiet leadership. Thank you for making a difference. Rafe Williams. I did it is a motto that Rafe has endeavored to embrace even before he earned the coveted t-shirt. With a determined focus, a humble desire to serve, and an incredible work ethic, Rafe did many wonderful things to help build an ANC community for us all. Rafe's contributions to athletics, the choral program, the performing arts, as well as his high academic standing have been inspiring. So, how do you properly recognize a guy who does so many things around ANC with such consistent excellence and amiable distinction while remaining humble, patient, and kind? Perhaps with an ANC I did it shirt, or better, a huge thank you from the entire ANC community for sharing your talents with us. You did it. Thank you for making a difference.